Good morning. How's everyone doing? I haven't done a morning epiphany in a while, but I was listening to one of my favorite. I'm trying to keep them down, trying to listen just to the ones that are going along with my own intuition when I'm picking up on. My name is Lana. This is the Lighthouse. I think sometime in the future, guys, I'm going to start a podcast because I'm hearing things, I'm learning things that are just really just setting me on fire. So, relationships are getting to where so many people are waking up that relationships are no longer going to be imbalanced. So, and I'm just going to touch on this just once to make a point about it. When I was with my ex, I worked 3 jobs because he didn't want to pay my bills while he sat on his butt and did absolutely nothing because he got a disability check. I'm not ever going to do that again. If I can pay my own bills with one job, then that's what I'm going to do. I worked 3 jobs and all that money got blown. Alcohol, because he was an alcoholic. And I probably shouldn't say that, but I'm just saying my ex. I'm not saying no names. Okay? And it is now coming out where a lot of relationships where one person did all the caring and someone else just was fine with all that. That's what MJ was talking about this morning. It makes me realize even more so how unbalanced the relationship was and how I carried all the weight while somebody else sat on their butt and did absolutely nothing but drink and get drunk and, and people have issues, right? And I remember quite a few times saying something would come up and I'd say, but I can't help you heal that. You have to do that. We cannot be responsible for helping other people to heal something within them that they are responsible for. So I just wanted to say that. I am going to pull some cards, but there shouldn't be unbalanced relationships. And there's a lot of people out there with issues that don't want to heal themselves. And if you have healing abilities, for you to take on somebody that doesn't want to heal themselves and wants to make everything feel like your fault, you need to not walk, you need to run the F away. Because that is an unhealed person who's going to make you feel responsible for all their faults. Been there, done that. Okay? And they want you to do all the work and carry the relationship so they can have an excuse of why they're not healing themselves, why they're not trying to be a better person every day. It is everybody's own responsibility to be a better person every day. If you realize you have an issue, an anger issue, blame issue, that's something you have to heal, not the person you're blaming. Okay, you have to take responsibility for your own actions and for your own life. Those of you that don't, you can't continually keep blaming other people because they're going to keep, especially with the way the energies are going on the planet now, people are going to walk away from you and leave you to yourself unless you end up with somebody else that's just as wounded as you are. And then there's conflict constantly, and it becomes a cycle. Just like physical abuse can run in cycles, narcissism can run in cycles. Sometimes parents that are narcissists teach their children how to be narcissists. I've seen it. You have to heal yourself. So, I'm looking at all this and I'm listening to her. I am a member of her channel, so it goes into a deep extended. And Witchy, if you see this, my next check, I'm joining yours because she's teaching some wonderful little things right now that I want to be a part of. I am going to, later on this morning, make an angel powder and put it up for the members. I was supposed to do it over the weekend, but I seem to be battling some kind of super tired, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm getting older. And I have more things. I'm still waiting for my friend who has been sick with the flu to tell me of the channel. Her whole family has been in and out of the hospital for the past week. So prayers to my friend Crystal. For any of you that are good about sending energy, even if you don't know the person. She's really pretty, blonde hair, blue eyes. She's got 2 children with her ex-husband and a child with her new husband. And they've all, and the baby's only a year, they all have had the flu. Her son had an earache. They just, her mom got sick. Her mom lives with them. She takes care of her mom. She's such a good person. Crystal's such a good person. Crystal, shout out to you if you see this video. She's an excellent mom, and they've had their own things. But she seems to be in a really good, balanced relationship. So, I just wanted to give her a little shout out there because she's been my superhero this past week because she's been sick. She's been taking care of her husband, all 3 of her children, and their whole household's just been, everybody's been sick. And when you're sick, it's really hard to try to take care of everybody else when you're sick too, right? And us moms are always known for going the extra mile. Though her husband, she's got now, excellent man. He pulls his weight. So guys, I just want to say though, that as we go into the future, relationships are going to be more balanced. And men or women, whoever you are, that you get more balanced, you're not going to be able to tolerate a relationship where you're carrying all the weight anymore. That cloud reading I did, I realized something. The one with the crow and the llama, and llamas won't carry more than a stick more over their weight that they're supposed to. That was, I think, the main message of that cloud reading that I didn't really understand. This card keeps coming up. Karma and balance. Every time I split the deck. Okay, and distance and time out. So if you're feeling imbalanced, it's coming, but you may have to take some time out to step back and clearly look at what's going on around you. If you're feeling that your relationship's unbalanced, if you're feeling like something feels off and you're trying to figure out what it is, you may have to step back and take a break from things to figure out why you're feeling this imbalance and look very closely at everything going on around you to figure out where the imbalance is. Because it's trying to come into balance, but you're going to have to take a time out to figure out where it is. This keeps coming up in the cards right here. Okay? So that feels like that's the main energy for today. And I think MJ was picking up on a lot of that too. Clarity and truth. Truth is coming out. There are going to be some people that are going to find that they cannot run from, that they can't keep telling themselves untruths anymore. It may be you, it may be a friend, it may be a partner, it may be somebody at work. You're going to see them going through something because they've had a lie that they've been living exposed to their face, and they're like, don't know what to do with it, because it's been a belief they've held on to for a long time that is no longer true in the new reality that is becoming the new energy on the planet. A lot of clarity coming in for some people, and some people are not going to like it. You might find if you're not having some kind of balance between your masculine and feminine, if you're not having some kind of balance, self-care energy, they always tell me to pay attention to the things. So you might find that you are needing to balance out your own imbalanced energies, okay? Of feeling like it feels like the energy that's coming in is one of where people that were over giving, give, but now know where there's a boundary. We're not going to carry a stick more than the llama would, okay? So if you're in a relationship that's unbalanced, there's going to be some conflict around that because one person's not going to be willing, whether it's male or female, whether it's you or your partner, or you or your best friend. For you single people out there, you might even start realizing maybe it's in your job, maybe it's in your family. Every time everybody gets sick, we'll use Crystal as an analogy. I know Crystal was taking care of her family, but what if, say, your mom's not in good health, and you've got 5 sisters, but you're the only one that ever runs and helps mom. After a while, it's like calling the 4 sisters going, why aren't you helping mom? Well, I've got this, I've got an excuse, right? And you're like, well, you know what? This week I can't do it. One of you needs to step up to the plate. There's 5 of us, and you 4 are not doing shit for mom. And speaking your truth and saying, Mom, I love you, but call Claudia, call Susie, call Bernadette, call one of the other sisters, because this week my family's sick and I'm taking care of my family first. Okay? Something like that, right? Where it upsets you, but at the same time, you're the one carrying the weight of everybody in the family. And your own family's sick. You can only be in one place at one time. You're one person. You got 3 or 4 sisters and brothers that are leaving you to care for somebody that you've got, 3 kids of your own, or 2 kids of your own, or even no kids, and you got a bunch of animals, or whatever your case may be. And you're doing all the work. There's a breaking point for everybody. So again, self-care and energy. Guys, you just saw me split these. And then we got South Node, comfort zone. Some of you Some of those people that you're around want to stay in that comfort zone of leaving you to do all the work. And you may have to push them out of that comfort zone. And tell mom, you need to call one of them, because this week, I'm sorry, Sage, because this week, my family's sick and I can't do it. Just for example. Or you have a job where there's 5 other people they can call in, but they call you first every time because they know you'll come fix it. And you say, I'm sorry, I have a dental appointment today. I told y'all I couldn't come in. Yeah, but we need you. No, I can't. I have a dental appointment today. You know, it's at 11:30. When it's done, I'll come in and do what I can. But call so-and-so, call so-and-so that's in the secretary pool. Let them come in. Because you're always at the top of the list because you always come in. But when you start putting your foot down, because you're not going to carry all the weight when you're trying to do self-care, and there's 4 other people they can call who always get to take that day off because they had it off already, and they're the fave. Fuck that. I'm just saying. Excuse my French. Decisions, contemplation between 2 people and 2 paths to stay or to go. Some of you might be choosing to leave a relationship where you've been carrying all the weight, and you're like, I'd rather be alone. I'm at the point right now in my life, I'd rather be alone. Because if I'm going to work 3 jobs, I'm going to work 3 jobs for myself. I'm going to pocket my own money. I'm not going to pay somebody else's. Because that's what I did, was I paid on somebody else's bills. Okay? He never had a problem with that. But I didn't need to work 3 jobs. I have no credit card debt. I have just my basic bills. My rent, my phone, my car insurance. My car's even paid for. My house is paid for. Okay? And my food, because I no longer apply. I have with my Social Security now. I know this is TMI, guys, but I'm just trying to make a point. I don't even qualify for food stamps anymore. I buy my own food, and if I need anything that I don't have, I run to the food bank, because we have 2 of them here in town, and they're pretty good about dishing out whatever you need. And if you need a little extra, they'll be nice and give it to you. Okay, I make sure I have plenty of cat food and cat litter. Every time I get a check, I make sure my cat's got their food. They got dry food. They got wet food. I make sure all my needs are met. Okay, so I can take care of myself. Some of you might be some of you might be seeing other people being disillusioned or under the illusion of something, and you realize that they're living a lie, or that they believe somebody over you, and you're like, how long did you know me? I ran across that one too. Somebody was believing all the lies this other person was telling them, and some of it came back to me from somebody else, and I was like, really? How long has so-and-so known me? Right? Did you ever see me do anything like that to anybody else? In the 1.5 years you hung out with me day after day? No, you did not. So why did you believe that? It was a total lie. So there might be some lies coming to the surface that you need to look at, that somebody else believed. Maybe somebody that has left your life. You hear something from someone, and here it is 1 year, 2 years, 3 years later, and you're like, well, and this friend brings you this piece of information, and you look at them and say, okay, you've known me for 3 years. Have you ever seen me do anything like that? Well, no. Then why is so-and-so believing this when you know it's not true? And they kind of go, oh, well, I guess they are believing a lie. Yeah, no shit. People tell lies. People sell illusions, you know. So let's get a couple of cards here. If you're facing anything like that, balance and karma again. Summer, timing card. So by summer, somebody that's going through something is going to be pushed through and cleared up. So what's some guidance here, guys, for anyone going through any kind of lies that are being spread or being talked about? Lost, wounded, not feeling enough, missing someone, left out in the cold. So you or somebody else might be feeling like they've been left out or left behind. Might be their issue, might be yours. South Node, comfort zone. Resistance, fear of the new. Clinging to old ways or situations. Maybe some of you are clinging to old situations. You just need to let them go. Guys, write it on a piece of paper and burn it every flipping day. There's other things you can do. Spirit guides, assistants. Ask for divine guidance from your spirit guides. Ask them to give you clarity on the situation. My spirit guides lately have been coming through with one main message for me. Turn off the phone, and I have been. Meditate and listen to your own guidance. I've been sitting here doing rune spreads for the past 2 days. I've been doing some things around my camper that need to be done. But I have been trying to tune in, and I have a rune reading that's going to come up. And it's a 4444 message, which is a foundation. And I was looking through it, and I sat on it for a whole day, and I just meditated on it, and I was like, wow, this is a whole new way of being. So I took a picture of it. I've got to relay the runes out, but because my table's always a mess in the morning. But I just wanted to give, I got so stoked by this message by MJ. Guys, go check out her channel. She does talk a lot about astrology. Not everybody's into astrology, but she tries to make sense of what's going on the planet with what's going on in the stars, which is really, we are all affected by it, right? I don't know if I'm going to do the planetary guide thing anymore. I haven't ordered a new book, and I haven't done one. And I am trying to learn a little bit more about astrology, but I'm not really, this isn't the place and time for it right here. So, but what I'm just pointing out is, I have been spending time turning off everything and just sitting here for an hour or two, meditating and listening, trying to listen to my own divine guidance, because it's something I got away from for quite a while there. You need to do that, because listening to your own divine guidance helps guide you of where your next step is going to be. Helps you clear out confusion, illusion. It helps you to sometimes, and you'll notice in your meditation, sometimes things will come up that you can now re-look at, spin them around a time or two, pull out a few more energetic nuggets that help you give some more clarity on a situation. Now, it's always easy to, well, it's not always easy, but walking away from the past isn't always easy to do. But sometimes when you look back at something that still kind of sits on you, you can sometimes, by listening to yourself, see other pieces, or even sometimes listening to other people's situations, and realize all of a sudden something hits you so you get some memory about something in the past that gives you a little piece of clarity, and you manage to pull it out and go, oh, another perspective I hadn't thought of that's outside the box. Might feel uncomfortable, might show up something that you didn't see about yourself, but if it comes up, think of it like this. For those of you that have seen Harry Potter, when oh God, the main, I can't think of what his name is. The main guy, what was it, the third or fourth movie? He's looking into that thing where he can see, and he's pulling out little pieces of energy to look at it again. Think of it like that. Think of seeing yourself sit there, meditating, eyes closed, and looking into your crystal ball of your memories, and pulling out something that maybe looks okay, maybe somebody here, when you meditate, maybe you see this black swirling energy, and you'll see little pieces of red, little pieces of yellow show up, and those are those little pieces of energy you can, in your mind's eye, pull up to look at. Witchy did a meditation one day, and I told her, I went in there and commented to her, I said, hey, when I meditated on this, I was seeing cat, I was seeing little pieces of color, and it I suddenly just now realized that was probably little pieces of energy I needed to pick up and look at. Thank you. That's the spirit guys coming in and giving me a ding, ding, ding. Is that true for somebody else? Is that true for somebody else? Are you realizing there's a few little nuggets from the past of something that's still causing you consternation, that's causing some kind of discomfort in you because it's something you didn't see? Look in that cauldron, pull that out, and try to figure out what that is. It will bring you some clarity, whoever that is. I'm channeling, guys, I shake. So, spirit guides are coming in to assist you right now with that. Whatever you just thought about, they're telling you to look at that closer. Oh shit, it's in the card. Ding, ding, ding. The energy, and here's those little nuggets. Oh my gosh, it's right in front of my face. See, I'm dense sometimes, guys. But they're saying, no, look at this. There's those little pieces of information that you did not know. Pieces of truth. Ask them to show those to you. Show those to me, too. If there's something I'm not seeing about a situation or something in the past that's still sitting on me in my subconscious somewhere, or even consciously. I know I'm still healing from the ex-boyfriend, but I'm so much stronger than I was 6 months ago. So much more stronger. How much stronger are you 6 months away from a past job or a situation that somebody put you in? Sorry, guys, I do not have another room that I can put the cats in. There's little nuggets that you're not seeing. Wow. See what my subconscious is picking up? What are you not seeing? Moment of truth. Moment of truth. There's those little nuggets. I'll be doggone. Thank you. Seeing a different layer. Seeing a different layer of something that you haven't seen before. What's this next card? Let's see. What's the next one? Venus, offer, romance, love, beauty, creative arts, wealth, harmony, attraction, and offer. So some of you, once you get through these little nuggets and get more clarity around a situation, there's going to be a little time in between. Something you haven't seen before, and something new comes in that's going to help you better navigate this new. That feels like that's the base of the matter right there. One more. The world, a new cycle. Something you're not seeing. What's on the bottom? You are attracting in something new. Something more truthful. Something more truthful to the way you're becoming. I feel like this is also, because we have South Node here, comfort zone, this feels like somebody's stepping out of their comfort zone and stepping into their North Node. Oh, I love this deck. New offer coming in. The old is gone. You cannot go back to the old and not suffer for it. Something new and better is coming in for you. What a wonderful morning, Epiphany. And here I was seeing this image in my eye. I keep wanting to say Gandalf, but that's the Hobbit. That's not Gryffindor. Gosh, I can't think of his name. There's some nuggets you're not seeing that are going to bring some truth to you and some clarity. Guys, morning, Epiphany. New clarity coming in. Old cycle's gone. You cannot go back to the old and suffer. And you cannot go back to this unclarified way of being. You cannot go back and do something positive with your life with living in any kind of falsehoods from the past. They have to be cleared up. And you don't have to know all of the truth, but whatever truth is coming into for you is going to be way better than the old ever could be. I love this new deck. You're going to be seeing a lot of this deck. This deck is really, I knew when I ordered this deck it was going to be huge on the channel. So, and I also ordered the Illuminati. I hope this made sense to some of y'all. And the reason why y'all haven't seen that one show up yet is because they're telling me not to use it yet. I listen to my guides. When they show up, or when they give me messages, or when I touch something and get an intuitive hit, rather it's from them, and I've got one that's been coming in and guiding me a little bit more that I haven't heard from in quite a while. I'm literally hearing it, and I'm knowing this guide has sat back to wait for me to get to this point in my healing and letting go of the past to now guide me into the future. And this is a very strong spirit guide. I mean, I have Edward and the 3 star beings and the 3 ancestors or whatever they are that are over here, ascended masters, I'm hearing. But this other guide, there's 2 of them. One, their energy is very, it feels like they walk with me. So, I don't know, maybe that's a message for someone else too. When your ears ring and your guides are talking to you, take a moment to sit and see. Sometimes it takes me a little while to get to know what they were saying, but it's usually the first thing I say out of my mouth after that. The first picture I get after that. the first action I take. Sometimes it's not even a word. Sometimes I get up, I do something, I go, oh, that's what they just said to me. Okay? So I hear my guides in a variety of ways. Guys, I really feel like a flipping antenna these days. So this is what I have for you. New cycle beginning and stepping out of your comfort zone. So I might start doing the morning epiphanies again. And guys, you have to realize too, you're always healing because there's always something you can dredge up that needs to be looked at. So you might be getting more intuitive hits on things that you need to pull up, that your spirit guides are going. That card of I remember who I am in the Starseed deck, and the guide has their hand right there. They're the ancestor. They're telling you they love you. They're telling you there's something else you need to look at. And the more you do that, the more you remember who you are. And all these little bits of your past lives that are still part of your soul. I think we're going to start going into the future path. I think we're going to start seeing bits and pieces of past lives that our soul has lived through come up to help guide you as you remember who you are, what you're here for. And how you are going to be changing the world in some sort of way. Energetically, with your actions, with your new creations. This is having a very strong creative energy to it as well. New people coming in to your life. You're also going to be attracting more people that might actually help you strategize better. Or help some kind of new group energy. Sky, get off the table. Off. That are going to give you new ideas of where you're going. More people that are on the higher vibrational level that you're on, that you're moving towards, whoever this message is for. Yeah. Things are changing. You are shifting into this new cycle. All right, guys, that's what I have for you this morning. And the guys have been telling me to work with the new set of runes a lot. So I just wanted to say that. And I'm gonna, so for the members, I'm going to, here in a little bit, I'm gonna clean off the table and gather up my stuff, and I'm gonna make us an angel powder that you can sprinkle to call in the angels better, that you can roll your candles in, that you can sprinkle in your car, you can sprinkle it around your house, or you can put it along, places. If you have animals, be careful of where you sprinkle powders, because if you have animals, especially if you have cats, dogs too, they lick themselves, so you would have to be careful. But there's nothing wrong with putting them in a little pouch and putting them in the four corners of your house. I got some wonderful ways to talk about, guys. All right, so whoever you are pulling these nuggets out, looking at some things that were maybe untruths, and stepping into more clarity and a new cycle, and understanding where you've come from as well, and what you've healed. And it really feels like some truths coming up that I'm also healing I'm healing ancestral guides. So some of you might have some ancestors come up that are going to tell you to look at something that was an issue maybe for them, that won't be an issue for you, but you think it is. I forgot I left that light on back there. All right, guys. I didn't mean to go into 29 minutes. I hope this helps. I love you guys. Morning Epiphany. No longer illusion. More truth. Love and light.